Good day, good day, good day, and welcome! Today we have an ancient to hatch. So, we unlocked this boy a couple of days ago. This is none other than your boy Solden. And Solden may not be a new dragon, like Zalik or Lamulin, for example, but Solden here is an ancient light and earth dragon. And because it has that earth element, and it has an AoE, and it's an ancient, Solden definitely has some uses on a lot of teams. But this is our newest ancient to add to our islands, and I guess that marks dragon number 730-ish. We got a long way to go still, and we got all the other ancients to get, but that is ancient number 1 from this current event. So unlike the other ancient light dragons, Solden was born on Earth, where it spread light in the darkness and took pity on humankind. It wishes it could make its kin see that Earth is precious. So little Hammer here is actually trying to promote Earth to the alien dragons, basically. What a cutie. What a cutie. But will I be using this dragon in a team? Unless I somehow get enough food to get like 2 to 3 teams, probably not. But genuinely, if you are someone that's looking for a shield, well, I'd suggest most to be going for Lamulin, just because then you can get Zolto. But if you already had energy and you didn't need Zolto and a few other things, Solden can fit as one of those really strong team members, because it's usually better to have the ancient have the shield, because you can have an endless amount of shielding, but you can't have an endless amount of healing, because there's a limit to the amount of health your dragon has. But anyway, this is Solden. I guess we'll go for a quick fight with him pretty much in a second, but I have to say that it's good to finally be able to get these dragons, how they're re-releasing them, and then eventually you can get the remaining pieces. Like this time around it was super easy to get him, which means that although the first time it felt pretty bad missing out on him, I know that I've got him now and it was pretty easy this time around, and it's probably not even going to impact the rest of my event progress too much. Oh really? Not a single blue out of that premium sigil chest? No! Oh. I've gone from being happy to wanting to cry. Anyway, let's go into a quick fight with Solden here, and I guess it's time to do the rest of the 7 PM reset. But where are we gonna go? Here, roughly, is around about where we can sit. We've got Ancients, we've got Hammer. What other Ancients have we got to mess with? We've got Loro. Let's throw in a Divine this time. There we go. So, of course, with Ancients and that, they only really get strong after you've unlocked all of their elements. Well, in some cases that's not true, but their elements, and you've got their level 6 upgrades, because, like, Divine is useless, and Ancient is useless without the level 6 upgrade. So whenever I say that Ancients and Divines are strong, that's assuming that you have their level 6 upgrades on them, because before that they basically are just as bad as every other dragon that doesn't have level 6 upgrades, which is really bad. So I do think that any brand new players, like ones that don't have the DCP unlocked yet, to actually unlock level 6 upgrades on, say, Divines, it will take you a little bit of time to actually make them any good, because using them without, honestly, it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea at all. But you can do you. All I know is we've got yet another Ancient that I'm never going to use really for anything. But it's good for that Dragon Collector Point stuff, and at the same time, maybe he'll be useful for something in future. You never know. They could bring out a boss challenge with it. It's probably not going to happen, but it could happen. So I'm just saying it could. But next, I guess target dragon from this event, honestly, is probably going to be Owan. Because even though we've not got too many pieces of him, and I've barely opened any chests for him, I've got all of this currency saved up. And probably by week 3, we'll probably have enough currency to unlock 01. So that's probably going to be the next actual dragon that I'm gonna go for. So we will see when that happens. If we actually do have enough currency within 3 weeks of playing the events to actually unlock him, which I think we should, assuming that we haven't done awfully with all of our chest openings. Because remember, now after 200 chests, if you open up 200 chests, you are guaranteed to get your hands on O1, which is a lot easier than it used to be. They keep making it easier to get the Dragon Board Dragon, which I am a massive, massive fan of, because let's be honest, before it was borderline pay to win, how it was, like, I'm talking way back, with the much higher chest counts, and a lot of people had to rely on getting pieces for them, and it didn't go well for a lot of people. So I'm glad that they do it this way now, with 200 chests, and plus we have the chance of getting another ancient in Double Trouble, and this time the Double Trouble dragons aren't required for Zolto. So that's another big positive. So, you know, for all the things that I complain at DML about, I'm not going to complain when they do things right. The thing that they did wrong was intentionally putting Motu into the Double Trouble and doubling the cost of skipping. That was 100% intentional, because they wanted you to spend money to get Momotu. That's why they did it. And I get it. They're a company, they want to make money, but doubling the cost was seriously, not only, it basically has hard baited a lot of newer players into trying to go for him when they're not going to get him. And it's just made the cost so extortionate now. Like, I remember last Ancient event, I asked chat if I should gem for Oira, and it cost me like 600. You know, I was like basically there, but not quite there enough. And then it cost me that many gems to gem Oira. That would be 1200 now. That's a ridiculous amount of cost for not even being that far away from unlocking them, to be honest. So, I can't agree with that. No matter how much good they've done for the rest of the event, I don't think the Double Trouble way of handling it was the correct way. But, you know, I'm not the only person in the entire world that has an event opinion or anything like that. And do I have any other ideas for how they could do it? I mean, there's lots of different things they could do and different things that they could implement. It's just they don't want to, because they know that they can make more money by doing things like that. But at the same time, if they're going to introduce more pay-to-win things for things that don't really matter, but they're going to leave their major reward dragon, Zolto, still free to play doable, I don't think it's a big issue, really. I think it's just disappointing for people that, like, really needed an ancient shielder, and the fact that Momotu has water as well means he can be super good as like a second healer at times, and they did it on purpose. They did. I'm sorry to anyone that's still in denial about it. It's just, I feel bad for the new players that, you know, don't have any ancients and thought, you know, this is my time to shine. I'm gonna get a really good ancient, my team's gonna be top notch, and these are players that, you know, maybe they don't understand the event reset, so they don't realize that they have to log in every 6 hours minimum. And they genuinely still think they're gonna get Momotu, and I don't know how else to say it to them apart from you're not. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't want to ruin their life that hard. Like, I don't want to make them actually physically stop playing the game because they get so upset because they were so sure that this was their time to be good, and it's just not happening. But if anything, you know, at least DML's not really a skill-based game, so you don't have to feel bad about, like, being bad at the game or anything, and that's the reason you didn't get him. It's just, do you have a life that works around the event resets or not? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then go for Momotu. If you do not have a life that allows you to log in, say at lunch times, or you're just gonna miss the resets, well, honestly, maybe the DML major events aren't for you. Maybe DML isn't for you. And, you know, I don't say that to, you know, put people off of trying, but at the same time, it's like, if you can't log in for the event resets and you never get good dragons, I'd lose interest personally. But not everyone is going to. I'm just saying that I don't think I'd be able to do that. Like, just watching every single good air quotes dragon ever just pass you by. You know, I at least like to get a couple of the event reward dragons, like the new dragons and returning dragons if they bring them out. So, I don't know. I don't know how some people do it. Like, they just watch things go past them and it's like, yeah, bye-bye all the good stuff. But anyway, one good thing that I just did right now is you'll notice that Saini is now actually at the same level and the same enchantment level as the rest of my team now. So this is going to be a big thing for grinding the dungeon. While I, of course, wouldn't normally suggest for you to use a legendary in your team, the reason I leveled up Saini is because, one, I've added legendary and light as unique elements into the team, and he has fire. And if there is any element that I don't mind duplicating, it would be water and fire. So now the only elements that I actually have left to collect are, well, to use on my main team are wind, plant, and shadow. And now I could level up Andy, in theory. I could level up, where's the other guy? I could have leveled up the Scully as well. But, where is Scully? Where the heck is he? Oh, there he is. He's right at the front. I was like, have I sold him by accident? It wouldn't be the first time. I was very spooked then. But yeah, we could have taken Bobby up, but of course Andy's a higher level, and Andy is the OG Chad. But the problem is, I don't really want to level up another legendary. Maybe we'll put, well, I'm also missing Primal, I guess. That's one that I'm also missing. So if I could get a Primal Dragon and level it up, would that be worth? Probably not. Because at the same time, I do want a second healer still for the team. So there's a lot of things that are still, like, in the pipe works that are going to take a very, very long time to, you know, collect the resources for and have the actual effort and energy that I'm going to put into actually do it. But maybe I'll spend all of my currency at 40,000 or 50,000. I haven't decided yet, but I am going to keep grinding Cake Craze. I actually have legendary ingredients for a change. Wowza. Maybe we'll end up getting this Beach Day Dragon, maybe not, but this is going a lot better than it was last time because I got stuck waiting on spring cherries for 4 days. And I was like, well, screw this, I am never doing this again. That's basically my life when it comes to Cake Craze because I hate them so much. But anyway, for now, thank you for joining me in introducing Solden to my Grand Lands. I hope that you get all of the dragons that you want, and make sure that you keep dungeon grinding, make sure that you keep reset logging in, and maybe you'll get lucky with some nice big drops. Ciao.